Leonardo da Vinci was an absolute genius. He was an architect, artist, engineer, inventor, mathematician, and scientist, all in one. A few years ago, I was privileged to see a display of some of his scientific inventions in the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. It was incredible and inspirational. It included a gear-operated, self-propelled cart that was, in many ways, a prototype of the Mars rover sent up by NASA. His vision of the possible was incredible, especially for his time and place. Yet, for all his visionary capabilities, he couldn't hold a candle to the real visionary, God. The New Testament makes it very clear in a number of passages that God planned to save the world through Jesus long before he created it. Before the ages, he says in 1 Corinthians 2:7. He sent his Son in the fullness of time in Galatians 4:4. This was planned before the foundation of the world, Ephesians 1:4, and from all eternity in 2 Timothy 1:9. When we look back at the early promises, we can barely comprehend the detail of the plan that was in the mind of God, even though it was revealed and we know the eventual outcome. The promise of the seed of woman who would crush Satan's head was expanded millennia later with a promised seed of Abraham who would bless all nations. That was narrowed down to a promised son who would be the child of Abraham and Sarah in their old age. That son, Isaac, was a type of the true promised son, Jesus, who would come 2,000 years later to crush the head of Satan and bring the blessing of salvation to all nations and peoples. Man has no idea who will be born next year, much less 25 or 2,000 years from now, and most certainly does not have the ability to make it happen. When we consider that God planned it before the creation of the world and used the free will actions of untold numbers of people to make it happen, we should be truly humbled by the true genius and power of the one who could declare the end from the beginning, as he said in Isaiah 46 and verse 9. If we're not humbled by that, well, we're just not very smart. So be smart and come back tomorrow for another Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.